Hi there, this is Maciej. I hope you're all doing fine. I just want to let you know that there are still some free spots in this year's edition of our user experience design slash product design program in English. So I really hope to see you there. In the meantime, I want to answer some of the questions that we received from you regarding our program. So let's get on with it. First one comes from Marta from Germany. She writes, I took part in some online Figma courses and I think I got the hang of it. How does your program can complement such courses? So yes, Figma, the huge, very fashionable software piece for prototyping, which is definitely a part of our program. However, it does more than that. So Figma is just a tool, a necessary tool if you want to be a designer. But still, before you actually install and open Figma and start working in there, well, you need to have some kind of input. You basically need to know what you really want to design. And I would say that's really the main objective of our program, to tell you, to teach you how to gather knowledge, how to learn, how to research the topic you then want to turn into a prototype in Figma. So as much as those courses, videos, online bootcamps being offered are definitely a great way to learn even more about Figma, to become master of the software. They don't really teach you what to do before, how to learn all the things you need before you actually start designing. That's our program, that's the role of our program, and all the wonderful people teaching there to show you how to do research, how to define strategy, how to create the first very rough vision of your product, only then to use Figma. Another question from Adela from Spain, who writes, I got inspired by a friend to learn about UX, but I have no technical or design background. Is this a problem? It's definitely not a problem. Me, myself, when I was starting out about 15 years ago, I did not have any kind of design or technical background. To be honest, when I was starting out, I needed to Google what UX means really before I was applying for my first job. So lack of design or technical background is definitely not a problem. Many people who do design research or UX management, I know, never really imagined that they would be working in IT or surrounding areas, building products, designing products, promoting products. So I would say that the background that you have when starting this program of ours can be a huge advantage. The knowledge you have from different walks of life, from different areas, from different industries, this can be a very valuable element you bring into a project team. Let's say, for instance, that your background is banking, and this very knowledge of how banking works, how customers of banks behave, what are their habits, their problems, their visions and needs, this all helps very much when designing an application for a bank or any other financial institution. So again, the lack of technical or design education or background is not a problem, and your unique background, your unique knowledge or education can be a huge benefit when starting a career in UX. And then last question for today comes from Jan from Poland, who writes, what do you do to support students who finish your program to kickstart their career in UX? Very good question. So first of all, throughout the year, throughout our program, students work on their own projects from the beginning to the end. They create something that is very similar to the things that you will be designing in your future jobs. So after you finish our program, the product that you prepared, that you designed, can definitely be the first element in your portfolio. You can describe all the months of hard work you put into it. And it is definitely a great kickstart for talking about yourself as a potential person working in a UX environment. Besides that, we also offer some specific workshops and classes about, for instance, creating your first portfolio. So you'll be talking about how to design the portfolio itself, how it should look like, what it should be including, and you'll also be hearing about best practices about how a good portfolio should look like, what it should contain, etc. Besides that, we also talk about the recruitment process, so you will also hear some good tips and tricks regarding going through the UX recruitment process. And besides that, well, you'll be meeting many people working in many different places around the world, from huge companies to small startups, who will definitely keep their eyes open for talent. So the very fact of studying with us and meeting our staff is also a huge opportunity to meet the person working in your next workplace, basically. So again, there are still some free spots in this year's cohort. I definitely invite you to check it out, and I hope to see you there. Have a good day.